At the first question, electroplating of a steel object. Now, the student makes three statements. The steel object turns a reddish brown color, aqueous copper sulfate changes to paler blue color, copper electrode becomes thinner. So let's try to understand. We have a power supply. This is our anode. This is our cathode. We understand that at anode anox oxidation will take place here. Red cat reduction will take place at the cathode. So these are the things that we understand. We also understand that the negative charge will follow the clockwise direction. So the negative charge should flow something like this. This is the direction. This is the direction in which the negative charge should flow. Now this is the steel object. The cathode is made the steel object. The copper electrode, we are electroplating the steel object. So basically what we want is that the copper should move from this side to this side, because we are electroplating the steel object. So this should get a layer of copper over it. This is how it should look like. Now there is the the electrolyte is aqueous copper sulfate. So when they say aqueous copper sulfate, what you need to remember is that we will have the ions that will have a Cu2 positive, SO42 negative, will have H positive, and will have OH negative. See, because it is aqueous, we will have the ions of H positive and OH negative also. They come from H2O, and we will have Cu2 positive and SO42 negative that come from copper sulfate. So basically, in the in the container below, we'll have four kind of ions. There'll be two positive cations and there'll be two positive ions. Now there'll be a competition between, say, Cu2 positive and H positive. There'll be a competition between Cu2 positive and H positive. Just try to visualize that they will rush towards the negative side. They will rush towards the negative side to get discharged. And there'll be a competition between SO42 negative and there'll be a competition between OH negative. These are anions. They will rush towards the positive electrode. So there'll be a competition between sulfate 2 negative and OH negative. But there is one important thing that you need to understand. The important thing that you need to understand is, this is what we were discussing previously also, that there is a selective discharge of ions. Of course, there is a factor of relative position in electrochemical series, so which ions get discharged. But then there is something called nature of electrodes also. Depends upon the nature of electrodes also. If you look closely, what we have here is a condition where this electrode itself is copper. When copper is there, then almost the whole of the process is overtaken by the electrode itself. The whole of the discharge is basically ruled now by the electrode. So as to say that though there was on the anode side, at the anode side there was a competition between sulfate 2 negative and hydroxide negative, which will get discharged. But what will happen here is that because the electrode itself is copper, so copper gets discharged. Okay? So as to say that the whole of the process is hijacked by the electrode. If the electrode is an active electrode, then whole of the discharging of ions the process of discharging of ions gets hijacked by the electrode itself. So everything is decided by the electrode. So in this case, the copper says, boss, you guys won't get discharged. I am getting discharged. So Cu becomes Cu2 positive and 2 electrons, plus 2 electrons. So oxidation is taking place. Oxidation is loss of electrons. So this is what happens. So Cu2 positive enters here. You will see Cu2 positive here. And These two electrons, just to visualize, you can imagine these two electrons going up like this. So Cu2 positive will enter the electrolyte and two electrons will rise up. Just to visualize, you can visualize it like this. Then these Cu2 positive, they will rush towards the negative terminal at the cathode. And at the cathode, when there is a competition between Cu2 positive and H positive, so here again, see, the simple thing that you need to understand is once you have an active electrode, the active electrode hijacks the process. So Cu2 positive will be taking care of it. Will it it will be playing the major role at the cathode also. It will be playing the major role at the cathode also. This is another way you can visualize. So in the on the cathode side, there will be a reduction. Reduction is RIG. Reduction is gain of electron. So gain of electron implies that Cu2 positive will take two electrons. Just to visualize again, imagine two electrons are coming from above. It will the Cu2 positive will eat these two electrons and become Cu, and the Cu will get deposited here. So just try to visualize that on the left side, what is happening is on the left side, the Cu2 positive, the Cu is entering the electrolyte as Cu2 positive, and on the right side, of the paper that you are attempting, on the right side of the paper, what will happen is that Cu2 positive, which has entered the electrolyte, will start getting discharged as Cu and will start forming a layer upon the steel object. And of course, that is what we want. That is what electroplating is. So now let's start looking at the choices. Now, another thing that you remember is that we have copper sulfate. Yeah. So this Cu2 positive, we have aqueous copper sulfate solution in our container. The concentration of Cu2 positive will always remain the same. Yeah. Because Cu2 positive, the concentration remains the same because this part is supplying Cu2 positive ions. So concentration here will remain same. So steel object turns a reddish brown color. Of course, this happens because a layer of Cu2 positive is deposited on the steel. Aqueous copper sulfate changes to paler blue color. It doesn't happen because Cu2 positive is getting, we are getting the sort of, you can almost say, infinite supply of copper to cations from the anode. So it doesn't change to paler blue color. Copper electrode becomes thinner. Of course, it becomes thinner because it is giving Cu2 positive ions. So choice 1 and 3 is perfect. So our answer would be C. Now,